What is up, YouTube? Scrammy here, coming at you with another video of the Sonim XP8. Now, I've had a few more people ask me about picture quality, video quality, so today we're going to do a legit side-by-side. I was going to use my old S10 Plus here, but unfortunately, it bricked itself and nobody seems to really want to help me, so I'm going to have to dish out my own cash to get that fixed. But anywho, we're going to have a special guest. I'm actually going to get a hold of an S20 Ultra, and we're going to compare side by side. Now, obviously, the picture quality is going to be better on one than the other. But again, there's been a lot of things going around with this Ultra that, you know, it's not focusing very well on certain things. So that's going to be interesting to see. So basically, I'm going to video record both. They're going to be in 4K, 60 FPS. I'm quite certain that the Ultra does 4K 60 FPS. I believe that does 8K. But the Sonim, we're going to check right now just to make sure that it is also going to be in 4K for when we do this test. So let me bring up the camera real quick. We'll go into settings and in here. And there's a couple things that I didn't even realize you could do in this phone. I just happened to come through and check it out, but there's this picture quality here, and yeah, it's actually made a difference. I've taken the pictures just by myself before this video, which you'll see in the video, but it was on standard. Well, I switched it to high, and believe it or not, it's actually made a decent difference in picture quality, which I'm very, very happy about. So we're going to go through here, and here we go. We got 4K. It is selected. I don't believe it's 60 FPS, but it is 4K. So both cameras are going to be in their highest setting. On the Ultra, I'm not going to use the 108 megapixel because that's just totally overkill and not at all what we need to see. So I'm basically going to walk around and hold side by side, and we're going to shoot pictures and video, and we're just going to see what kind of difference we get. And I'm excited to see what we come up with. So if you want to see this, stay tuned and find out. Things are about to get interesting. And at the end of this video, I got a damage update. I'm going to hopefully be able to show you this on camera, and you're going to be surprised at exactly what it is. So here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, guys. Here we go. We are now outside. We got the Sonim on the left. We have the Ultra on the right. Unfortunately, the sun has decided to go under, but just a couple quick shots here with the video, 4K. It almost looks like the Sonim has the focus faster than the Ultra does, to be perfectly honest. Okay, we're going to walk. I have stabilization on both phones turned on. Let's come up real quick, do a little pan around, out, back in. Both phones seem to be picking up the colors pretty good, actually. In close up, looks like the Ultra again is struggling a little bit, but the Sonim seems to have it just fine. Go around, walk over, another tree. Nice. Alright, guys, here we go. We got a nice old electric meter here. You can see the definition of both phones. Alright, guys, and as you can see, we got the Sonim on the left and the Samsung on the right. The dynamic range is definitely better on the Samsung, although the Sonim isn't too far behind. It's just the Samsung definitely has a little bit better quality. Alright, guys, here we go side by side again. I'm just going to walk up focusing, and then we're going to jump up and down a little bit just to see stabilization differences. Going real quick, back and forth, up, down. Now let's jump with both phones. Back, and forth, down, up, focus in. Real quick. You can see. Give another little shake back and forth here, up and down. Alright, guys, here we go with some interior shots. The Sonim on the left, Samsung on the right. The Samsung definitely takes the cake when it comes to lower light photos, although the Sonim isn't terrible. On this last shot, you can definitely see the Sonim overblew the image quality by a good bit. Alright guys, here we go. This is a little 4K side-by-side again. This nasty water here. You can see the differences, what's going on here with the Ultra on the right and the Sonim on the left. Getting it nice and close here. Back and forth. It certainly looks like the Sonim or the Ultra might be having a little bit of issue again with focusing on exactly what it wants to focus, but the Sonim seems to be doing all right. Nasty water. All right guys, side by side again. This time we are just getting the sky. You can see it is definitely getting cloudy, but we're testing basically dynamic range, which one's going to pick up the clouds and the sky better. We'll be the ones to judge that in just a few. So the audio on my microphone for the Sonim doesn't seem to be working very well, so this test, I basically pushed the Sonim as far as it would go, and that is an 8 times digital zoom. So to compare, we're going to do a 10 times optical digital with the Samsung next, but this is the Sonim. Alright guys, here we go. We've got the Ultra. We're going to do the same test. So we're going to start zooming in. We got 4 times and 5 times, and we'll go to 10. 10 times on the Ultra, all the way back forward, 10 times. If it focuses, there it is. So with these next few images, you can see Samsung's software at work. It's making the photos a little bit more lively and bright compared to the Sonim, but that's per personal taste. But this last one here I thought was pretty close, although the Samsung is just a little better. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to do one more test here. I'm just going to walk, videoing down at my feet to see which one keeps focus and which one doesn't. Which one's steady and which one isn't. Just walking pace. Again, I can't tell too much yet until I review this, what this actually looks like. Alright guys, we got the wiener dog here. She is in motion. See which camera picks it up better. Where are you going? Come here. Yeah? Are you a good girl? Yeah? You a good pupper? I think you are. Yeah? Actually looks a little bit brighter on the Sonim. I'm quite surprised actually. Yeah? Are you a good girl? Yeah, you are. That's a good pupper do. Yeah? Good girl. Alright guys, it is now time for me to go over these photos, put it all together, and see exactly the results that we're going to get. I'm interested to see, because I do think the Samsung has better quality, but again, the Sonim didn't have any issues. It could snap the picture pretty much right away, comparatively. So we're going to see when we get this video all together exactly what it looks like. But I just wanted to give you guys this. So the phone, the Sonim, it looks fine, you know, from sitting here, but there's a little bit of a wobble, I would say, and it took me a while, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, something just seems a little bit off, but I couldn't figure it out. So I don't know if this is going to be able to pick up on camera or not, but the phone is actually beveled a little bit. It's not quite flat anymore. It looks as though it's been torqued. So the phone, actually, the brim all the way around isn't quite the same. You can see it's a little bit shallower and deeper, like in the middle there and on the edges. So the phone is actually just in the slightest, it's bent. It's actually, it's like twisted just a little tiny bit, but the phone, I mean, it still functions and looks fine. No issues with that, but it's interesting to note that I stared at this phone for a long time, and I'm just like, something on my eye. Something was catching my eye, and yeah, it's actually just slightly bent. It's not flat anymore. So I'm not sure exactly what all of my tests have finally made it succumb to a little bit of bending. But yeah, guys, the Sonim is actually a little bit bent. It's not flat anymore. Is it still working? Yes, but we're gonna just keep smashing it till it's gone, and again, we'll send it to Sonim and get it replaced. But I just thought that was interesting. The phone itself looks pretty good. There's, just some minor scuffs and scratches along it, but yeah, it's actually friggin' bent, guys. It looks like it's been torqued. I don't know when that actually happened, but I just happened to notice it when I was sitting there and I was messing with it, and it caught my eye, and so that's pretty friggin' interesting. So is it going to continue to get smashed? Oh, hell yeah. Are we going to bend it more? Well, we'll find out.